Hello, Colleen.
Good. Oh, wait a minute. Do we check this?
Yeah. How are your headphones today?
Doing just fine.
Okay, good. Usually it blows your head off.
Yeah, I'm usually puttering with stuff over like, hello, morning.
God. So you've got a bag of balls with you today. So we'll have to go through that. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you have?
Well, what it is I'm going to hit the go live here. And I talked about it the past few podcasts. Pride's coming up.
Yep.
And a company that we have called Oxballs sent us a pinata that we're going to stuff with stuff. And one of the reasons we have so much of their items is they change their packaging. They do cock rings and masturbators. There's a couple different ones I have here. And nothing's changed with the product. But what they did is they clamshelled them. And they sort of explained a little bit more on the back how to use them, how to wear them, how to do things. Because it wasn't really self-explanatory. And what do I have over here?
It's a lot of crunching. It sounds like we've got bags of Doritos in here.
It is. Well, that's another thing too. It's hard to like store these things.
Well, are they easier? Are they easier because they can hang on a?
They can hang and they'll be clamshell, like I said. But what they've done is, you've got this item. It's a masturbator. Okay, it's a masturbator, and it's sort of obvious that there's a place to put your penis, but not really.
Okay,
you're not quite sure what it is. You're
that looks like some gnarly anal toy actually from here.
Yeah, or a stress ball. You're just going through there.
Yep.
And so they've repacked. After a lot of requests, they're repackaging them, but they had all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And so we bought a crap ton of it and put it out at a lower price. Same product, just moving it out.
Okay.
And what my favorite part is that it says, we stand behind our products created by men for men. Our designs are built to be used hard.
Okay. I'm
just looking at
it's neat looking packaging though.
So it's like I said, I love this company. I love the guy that owns it. We're going to have a bunch of it out at a Pride Festival.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to put the word Pride in there. And what's going to do is if you buy like 2 of these items, you're going to get, I'm not sure if it's these, but you can get a package of cock rings free.
Sweet.
So we got a BOGO going. We got lower prices going.
Okay.
We have a pinata going. Oxballs is going to be fun. Like I said, I figured I'd been talking about it.
Yeah.
I would show them off, and they're so pretty.
And what's that one again?
This is another masturbator, but there's like holes here, so there's a good place to like put your thumb in and grip while you're masturbating, or you can put a bullet in. Like I said, the packaging doesn't really sort of say. But, when we've got good employees, they can point it out. But a lot of times, people are still a little shy. So the new packaging has a picture. It says exactly how to use it. Everything's on there.
Okay.
But it's the same product. We just got it at a really good price.
Okay.
And so that's what's going on there. And like I said, we're the Pride booth's taking, I'm going to turn this off here. The Pride booth's taking shape in the back of the warehouse.
Oh, is it?
Every time I go back.
Do you guys do a dry run?
Oh, yeah. We build it beforehand, and we take pictures, and then we go set it up on Friday, and then Saturday we set it up, and then Saturday night we take it down, not the booth, but the merchandise. And then Sunday we take it down and, do the whole thing again. It's an enormous amount of work, and I am feeling a little guilty over not being there this year, but the Minneapolis school system got out late, and I do a road trip with my kid and her friend, and and my guy, and I only have a couple more years where I can do road trips with my kid. So I'm like, I was just thinking about that. It was only like 2 more after this.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like, because she's gonna have a job or other things she wants to do, and road tripping for mom with mom, that's not going to be fun for maybe a couple more years. When 2 decades from now, when she has kids and she wants a babysitter.
Yep. There's that.
So I'm taking advantage of that. But I've got a good staff, and I'm hoping to wrangle some of my friends' kids that are actually old enough now in their early 20s to help tear down on Sunday nights because it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And some extra help to pack up and get everything loaded up would be great.
No, that'll be fun. So what is the actual weekend for Pride again?
It is I believe it's the 24th and the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the last full weekend in June. And we're always in our same spot on the north side of the park, across from the tennis courts. And it's just, we have the prize. We have so much. We may have more stuff for the prize wheel than we have merchandise going out. I'm not sure, but companies have been so generous in sending stuff out. and it just been amazing. And then, and Tara found some really good deals on some like penis-shaped hand fans. Some of them will be on the prize wheel. Some of them be for sale. We were just laughing so hard at those.
That's funny.
And
so, are the balls like the fan part?
Well, yeah, it's it's like two balls and then a penis and then a stick coming out between the balls. Okay. It's sort of and it's not cardboard. It's sort of made it's a really a stiff plastic.
Really?
It's still a little flexible. Yeah.
Huh.
So we're just like, so we, like I said, there's some in the stores, but we're bringing some to put on the prize wheel, and we've just been having a lot of fun. We're actually thinking about taking the prize wheel out on the road.
Oh.
Bringing it out like to stores on like just starting with a store and bringing it out like on Monday or Tuesday. We might start like on the 4th of July.
Okay.
And then have it in the store, and if make a purchase, take a spin, see what you get.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
people would love that.
We've got this, and prize wheel is popular.
Prize wheels are fun.
And the one thing about the prize wheel at Pride this year, and we've done this past year, is that it is a buck a spin, and we're going to split the money between Planned Parenthood and Minnesota AIDS Project. And we have, there was some great stuff. You could get $70, $80 items depending on where it lands for like $1.
Wow.
But most folks end up just cramming in like $10 and taking a spin because they know where the money's going and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun.
That is really cool. The charity element was new last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, we started it after Pride last year because Liz is like, oh my God. It's fun, but let's try and, do something extra. So we tried it at the next event we did, and everyone was like, hey, great. And then, like I said, all we're charging is $1, and people are just shoving money in the bin and taking a spin.
That's perfect. That is perfect. Well, very well. We'll be watching for you. Pride weekend, I wonder if I'm going to get out there this year. I have a very heterosexual wedding on the 24th that I have to go to. And that's going to take, how they just take up the whole. Oh yeah. It's become these very large things with like the brunch the next day and the gift opening. I swear to God, if I ever, walk down the aisle, I think I would do the deal where you get like, I wouldn't choose a Saturday. I would do it like on a Friday evening or a Sunday morning. And then like, as soon as brunch or dinner was done, my ass would be on a plane and out of there. Well, yeah. Yeah. It's turned into such a circus. And I cannot believe that people actually spend the money that they spend. Yeah. But then again, honestly, but then not everyone lives in town anymore. And so folks are coming in. I guess you do feel, reasonably obligated to give them their money's worth. But I'm sorry, there is really no scenario. As much as I love so many of my friends, I have no desire to watch them open up silverware and various household items. Seriously, just shoot me. I loved how I went to a relative's home once, and they had like tables and ping pong tables and everything set up in their rumpus room, because this was like in the late 70s, still exactly. And they said rumpus still. Rumpus, yeah. Still said rumpus, which totally cracked me up. And they had tablecloths and everything. And as they would get the gifts would be, sent to the house. They would open them up and display them. Mm. So those relatives who like that sort of shit could go over and take a look. Mm-hmm. And so it was all voluntary. And today I feel like people, honest to God, I feel like wedding guests are captives now. And you are stuck in the Hotel California, so to speak, of matrimony. It's like it never ends. And the things that I think my biggest wedding pet peeve, I had no idea we were going to go down this path today, but my biggest wedding pet peeve is the fucking 3-hour gap between the ceremony and the reception. Oh, yeah. They can get even larger if you're doing a traditional Catholic wedding, because you have to have the, you have the service in the morning. Oh, yeah, the Mass. And then you may not have the reception until 7:00. Well, I went to a friend's wedding, and I knew what it was going to be, but I'm traveling. And so I'm like, how much stuff do I want to bring? So I was overdressed for the wedding and underdressed for the reception. Perfect. But I'm like, whatever. Yeah. No, we're expected to do wardrobe changes, and is the wedding party going to break into a musical at some point? It's just like, come on. Please. Okay, I'm over it. Yeah. But I always wonder with those big gaps. It's like, oh, are you guys hoping that we'll go to the bar so we drink less on your open tab? It's like, what is this? I don't get it. Okay. So this week, how long should sex last in the news? And there is a number. There is a number that people have voted on for the ideal amount of time. And because, Colleen, you are such a knowledge freak, would you care to venture? 22 minutes. 30.
Okay.
but not bad.
I didn't think it would go over and, are they talking about like from foreplay to the finally get up and pee, or the actual?
You want definitions and parameters here.
Of course.
Okay, let me see here.
I think about these things. I don't know I'm going to think about these things, but it pops into my damn brain.
Okay. Well, it was a survey of 4,400 people, and 52% said 30 minutes was optimum. And so basically the sex is 19 minutes broken down by 10 minutes of foreplay and 9 minutes of intercourse. But the dream 30-minute time is what everybody aspires to, but actually most couples hit that right about that 19 mark. And
so it wasn't too off with 22 minutes.
You weren't. No, that's a realistic thing, but it's the want time is 30. So that's a group called Love Honey. Do you know them?
I think it's a company in the UK.
Yeah.
They have stores very similar to ours, and I believe they do a bit of distributing and stuff like that too. They've been around for quite a number of years.
Yeah, yeah. Britain, I find a lot of great Northern Sexcast stories in Britain because they write about it more over there.
Well, I've also noticed that, when you do clickbait articles, a lot of them, there's a lot of folks that are willing to like spill their guts on the thing that my parent never wanted me to know,
Yeah.
And I see terms and I'm like, that's a Great Britain term,
Yeah.
I see a lot more of that than I do, folks here.
Well, and it's funny because, I was thinking about this morning. It jams my systems because, in theory, we've been told that, the English are uptight, and that's not what I'm finding. I mean, they may have it worse than the Minnesota nice being BS here. I mean, they're like, oh, all proper and stuff. Oh, hells no. They are they're very randy.
Yes.
They really are. There's another article in here, and it's really kind of a compilation, and there's quotes from a lot of major sources here, and it's talking about, what's killing your sex drive, and different things that could in fact be doing that. And so there's a lot of things. It's kind of interesting. If you have them, I guess if you know what they are, it's easier to combat them. But I'll break down what we found, and we'll post a link to this on the Facebook page. But Psychology Today did one, stress, because for women, it's emotional, not just physical. And if you're too stressed, you're releasing too many of the stress hormones, and you don't get the ones that make you want to get busy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah. Because stress also leads to, I'm assuming that exhaustion's in there. I mean, I had the feeling that most of these are going to be like a Venn diagram. They're going to be all overlapping each other.
Kind of.
5 things here.
Yeah. Journal for Sexual Medicine weighs in with, you might not be exercising enough. And this study, there was a study that they published saying that women who did 20 minutes of exercise had increased arousal compared to those who did not. So that makes sense, I suppose. You're just kind of more up for things, and you've got more endorphins, and you're used to it, and you crave them, and whatever. Mental health, and this one is from anxiety.org, which I don't want to type that in my computer. Let's go to anxiety.org.
Which also means that someone's owned that for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you've got the one word that sort of gets there, you're just like, okay, someone snatched that up years ago.
Or they paid a boatload for it. So basically, anxiety and depression will reduce the sex drive. Gee, that's what a shock. I'm not feeling sexy. I'm too freaked. Yeah. If you don't eat enough healthy fats in your diets, if you have cut out fat, like maybe you're trying to lose weight or whatever, the cutting of the fat can mess up your hormone production and make your sex drive go down. Yeah,
your brain needs fat. I mean, it's it's fuel and carbs and all that sort of stuff. But I know a lot of folks that just if you don't have fat, they just feel sluggish. I mean, more so than protein or this sort of stuff. Your brain really likes the right type of fats.
Yeah, yeah, and the last one is your medications, and topping the list, birth control pills. Because they push in, a different kind of hormones and sort of flood the system. So those can
until you find the right. I mean, I remember eons and eons ago, thank God I was always able to, afford them and didn't have to worry with anything when I was younger. But trying to find the right one, like, no, don't like these. Or I'm like, I am too tired on this one. This one is making me bleed all the time. I mean, just try.